A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors 1987. I think it's actually pretty good. It definitely gets the franchise back on track, and its reputation appears to be as the best movie in the series, or at least the most entertaining as part of the franchise. The first movie is the artistic masterpiece, but the third one is the one that people actually enjoy watching the most. And I can kind of see why that would be the case. It is, you could argue, the perfect standard version of the Elm Street ideal. It conforms to what you want from the franchise as a piece of entertainment. It's a true sequel to the first movie. I think you could compare it to Alien and Aliens. The way that the tone has changed, the scale, the size of it, the inclinations of the filmmaker to be more entertaining rather than horrific. So I think that's not ridiculous to make that comparison. This is the aliens to the original movie's Alien, and the character of Freddy Krueger has become slightly more comic. It doesn't feel contrived. It feels like it was a it was a good idea. It felt right. So anyway, the movie expands on the ideas of the first movie. It has a bunch of recurring characters from the first movie, and it really does take the first movie and moves it forward a bit and adds something more to it. So it really is a worthwhile sequel. If the Elm Street franchise had just been movie one and three and nothing else, it would have been, you know, a coherent piece. The two movies are authentically connected to each other. So I thought it was pretty decent. The kills could have been a bit more imaginative, I think. I think probably one of the best kills of the whole franchise, as far as I can recall, is the puppet marionette with the veins. I think that's a really inventive image. The special effects are decent. I don't think Freddy Krueger's on screen all that much. It's some of the set pieces feel a wee bit on the short side, but I think that's really just a case of they were working with low budgets, and the special effect technology of the 80s just meant making the sequences go on any longer would have just been expensive and difficult. So it is what it is, but sometimes it does feel as though they're cutting around the special effects a bit too much. And of course, who knows what the censors did to the movie. I'm sure quite a few interesting images maybe got cut out for being too bloody. But I had no idea that Angelo Badalamenti, or whatever his name is, the guy who did the music for David Lynch movies, he did the music for this film. That was surprising. Uh, Craig Wasson, I think his name is, who was the lead actor in Brian De Palma's Body Double. He's in the movie. That was surprising. And one of the writers is Bruce Wagner, and he's the writer of the David Cronenberg movie Map to the Stars. I think to call the movie good would be being a little bit generous. It's definitely above average. It's a notch above average. So I feel comfortable giving it a 6.5 rather than a 7. It probably is, as far as the entertaining franchise version of Elm Street. I wouldn't be surprised if it really is the best of the series,